Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh and sizzling news all day long. If this is your first time here, you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button down below. Also give this video a massive thumbs up, that way YouTube will be able to recommend this video to other YouTube viewers all around the world. Lastly, please leave your opinions in the comments section below as well. This write-up I'm about to read is from former Senator Babafemi Ojudu, CON. Back to ground zero, who advised President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to do this. I have just picked up my phone after breaking my fast to find multiple missed calls and countless messages about an alarming development. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has reportedly declared a state of emergency in Rivers State. If this is true, then I must ask, who advised the president to take this course of action? Whoever it is, they are certainly not a friend of his administration, nor do they have the best interest of Nigeria at heart. How could the president willingly walk into a raging inferno with his eyes wide open? No, no, no. This must be the work of fifth columnist. The Tinubu I once knew would not have made such a reckless and unnecessary decision. To what end? This is a simple political dispute that requires a simple solution. Call the two gladiators, sit them down, and read them the riot act. One of them, after all, is your own appointee. What will it benefit you, Mr. President, to keep Wike and lose the Nigerian economy? The dangerous economic implications of this decision. Does the president realize that the Niger Delta crisis twice pushed Nigeria into recession under President Muhammadu Buhari? Has he been informed that at one point, Nigeria's oil production collapsed to below 400,000 barrels per day, down from 2.5 million barrels per day? That catastrophic drop in production was a direct result of political mismanagement and conflict in the region. It took years of painstaking efforts and immense risk to stabilize the region, stop the sabotage of oil infrastructure, and restore some level of production. I should know I was part of that difficult and excruciating process. This decision threatens to undo all that progress. If the situation escalates, we risk another shutdown of vital oil production facilities. We risk renewed pipeline sabotage, illegal oil bunkering, and militant activities. We risk another economic nosedive at a time when Nigeria can least afford it. The global oil market is unforgiving. Investors do not wait for internal political conflicts to be resolved. They simply take their capital elsewhere. Mr. President, this is not just about Rivers State, it is about Nigerians' economic survival. And what about the soldiers fighting to keep Nigeria safe? While we waste energy escalating political battles in Rivers State, thousands of Nigerian soldiers are still fighting for their lives and for the nation's survival against insurgency, bandits, and kidnappers in the north, northeast, northwest, and north central. These are the real emergencies. These are the crises that demand decisive leadership. The men and women of our armed forces are stretched thin, battling terrorists and criminal networks daily. They do not need yet another crisis to divert resources and attention. Nigeria cannot afford to be fighting on multiple fronts, politically, economically, and militarily. Mr. President, do not open a new war front in Rivers State while real wars are still raging elsewhere. This is not the way to manage the crisis, Mr. President. This portends disaster for your administration, for the economy, and for the nation. A state of emergency is not a strategy. It is an admission of failure. There are far more effective, far less destructive ways to handle this situation. I urge you, Mr. President, to rethink this decision before irreparable damage is done. You always have your thoughts and opinions in the comments section. Do you think this is a bad move on the part of the president? Do you think it was too quick? Do you think that he could have explored some alternative measures before finally arriving at the state of emergency declaration? Do you think that there are other things the president could have done instead of declaring a state of emergency? Let me know in the comments section below, because Senator Ojudu seemed to think that the president was too quick to have declared a state of emergency, and the state of emergency seems to have escalated the whole situation on ground. And according to him, Nigeria cannot afford to be fighting a battle in Rivers State. We have to fight battles economically. We have to fight battles politically. We have to also deal with insecurity. We have to deal with Boko Haram insurgency, kidnapping, and the likes, just at the same time as once. Who do us like this? Like, all of these challenges is too much. You all, before we go, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. That part says, Wike will give Tinubu election in 2027, him alone in Rivers. Tinubu is a foolish and so stupid. He thought declaration of state of emergency in Rivers State will get the state back to APC for 2027 general election as advised by the idiot man Wike. According to Senator Ojudu, he says, at what expense are you going to keep Wike and lose the whole nation? That is a very potent question, a very important one at that. So you want to keep one man at the expense of your country, at the expense of the whole country, at the expense of millions of Nigerians. You want to keep with just one man. You want to keep him. But anyway, yesterday, just after the state of emergency was declared, Larry Olayinka, the special advisor or the media aide, of Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister, posted pictures of Akpabio visiting Wike. Akpabio and some other people went to visit Wike. What the topic of discussion was, we did not know. But I hope that the president is planning something for Wike. The president is, seriously thinking about suspension of Wike or his removal. Because this is somebody in Abuja right there, that you could have called to order. You could have read him the riot act and told him that if you don't desist from what you're doing with Rivers State, if you don't desist, I am going to sack you. You should have read him the riot act. Maybe all of this wouldn't have happened if he wasn't taking side, if he wasn't secretly hoping that Wike would still hold on to the structure of Rivers State. That way he would be able to win Rivers State come 2027. Jolomi Daffy says, a lot of people here just saying rubbish, blaming Fubara for wanting to assert his authority. Basildo says, God will bless you, sir. You spoke the minds of Nigerians and you are a good leader indeed. Simon says, when the gods want to destroy the wicked, they would make them unreasonable and stupid. Olayemi Body says, hopefully, Hypobedient can come out of Onitsha and Umaya to come to Port Harcourt and fight for Wike. I fight for Fubara. I want Fubara against allowing those cursed people support him. Obedient are a bunch of losers. Ask their patron, Obi is a loser. Okay, now, he said so. Let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. What do you all think of this? Are you for state of emergency or you are against state of emergency? Let me have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Do you think this state of emergency will work? And do you think that these militants are going to drop their weapons since this state of emergency have been declared and, a retired military man has now taken over as the administrator of Rivers State? Let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are on this. Thank you very much, you all, for always listening and watching, guys. Don't forget to give this video a massive thumbs up. Also subscribe, guys. I'll see you all in my next video.